Dead End Hip Hop, DE365, Dead End 365. You already know who it is, man. It's your boy FIFO. I'm here with Kenneth B. Inge. And like I told you yesterday, we got the disrespectful one, man. He's going to be here for a little bit of a run with these daily reviews. Today, we are doing Boss. We only talk about real shit when we're fucked up. That's one of the realest goddamn titles I've ever heard in hip hop. However, I'm gonna start here, Ken.
Okay.
I'm gonna start here with the review. There's something about Boss that don't capture me. I can't. I don't know what it is, but it's just something about his rap that just it doesn't captivate me. But I do want to say he was talking some real shit on here. I think this is my favorite Boss project that I have heard, even though I'm not a fan. And I think this is a really good project overall. But it's like gumbo that just has two missing ingredients. And it's like, can I eat it? Of course. You know what I'm saying? If the chef asked me how was it, hey man, it was good. You see, I ain't leave nothing in here. But by the time I get in the car and I talk to the wife, I'm be like, nah, it was just all right. And that's how I felt. But I think that this project overall was good. When it comes to the features, we got two J. Cole.
A lot.
Yeah, he does have a lot. He got the two J. Cole tracks that stood out to me. J. Cole is just on this ridiculous god tier run of features, and it don't matter who he's featuring with. But he also has FKJ. I don't know who that is.
You sleep if you don't know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Okay,
yeah you sleep.
Is
I'm
a Rai. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
I think her name is Amare.
Amare.
Yeah, you sleep if you don't know who she is either.
I don't know who she is.
Okay, all right.
So he put a whole bunch of people on here. I don't know. I don't know AJ Tracy.
I just found out about him through this year.
Okay, I don't know Shasha. I know ASAP Ferg. I don't know Blackie. Don't know that person. And I don't know Adekunle Gold. I don't know half of the motherfuckers that he put on here. Like at all.
Yeah, it was a couple just I don't know, like AJ Tracy, Shay and Adekunle. But yeah, I mean, yeah, FKJ is dope. Amari as well. I don't know if I know Blackie.
Sound like you would though, a nigga named
yeah, but while Blackie sounds like a person that I wouldn't like, I thought Blackie was fine on here. And I thought the features were used really, really well and contributed overall to the project. So yeah, I'm okay with the features. I like the way he used them on here. I thought they were good.
All right, FIFO had his little soliloquy about Boss. I'm gonna tell you about mine. I've been a fan of Boss's. He's been an artist I've been paying attention to. Me and my homies usually, like, when new artists come out, we always try to claim them like people that we try to follow and pay attention to. Boss was one of the ones. We call it like a franchise list, and we try to watch them for their first 3 projects to see if they grow to something bigger. Pause. But Boss was somebody that I really paid attention to because he was one of Cole's early first signings. And what I think with him is he's like Party Next Door with Drake, whereas like his songwriting is more amazing than probably his raps or his projects. But for me, this project is his creme de la creme, because it seems like, even though I don't like the title of the album because it's too long, he should just call it We're Fucked Up. But it seems like he finally found his sound, his own. He came into his own with this project. And if we're starting off with just the features and the letter grade, I think these features are A. Like it's an A, not an A plus, but an A, because they all fit the sound that he wants to bring. They're new artists that he's putting on if you're not familiar with them. But I think there are a lot of these artists where, like, just like him, he's more of a if you know artist. And I think that's reflected in his features as well, outside of obviously like J. Cole. But ASAP Ferg at this point, I think, I think people like us obviously know who ASAP Ferg is,
Mhm.
but I think people nowadays is kind of like, yeah, you may know him, but if you know him, like he's not like that big like he used to be. That's why I still put him on that list. But Amare is super dope. I listened to a project earlier this year by her. AJ Tracy, I guess, is a London dude. So I just checked out some of his stuff. He's been out there. And FKJ, I've been Swaff, my homeboy Swaff, I used to do No Disrespect with. He put me on a couple of FKJ projects, and he's like Yusef Days, Tom Mish type of dudes, where it's like it's a vibes project. There's gonna be some songs that there's singing on it or whatever, but there's gonna be some songs where it's just instrumentation, just cool, like background vibes. Like so, and him and Boss have done like that Risk song that's on here that came out years ago. Like so, like they've been working with each other for a while. I'm surprised he threw that song on this project, but I think he was just kind of like a Lucy that he wanted to get the streaming numbers up with. But I think the features, like, they surprised me because I didn't know some of these niggas and I was nervous about that. But they all, for me, sonically sounded well on this.
Did you send me that Vincent project?
The what?
Vincent. FKJ Vincent. The one he
Yeah,
dropped.
yeah. I think I did. I think I sent it to both of y'all.
Okay.
I don't remember that. But my letter grade, I will give him as a B+, like a solid B+. No sliding scale. Like, I think it's very, very good.
I'm at an A with Nick.
Yeah, the A with Nick. Yeah. That's cool. When it comes to the production, I felt that Boss gave us a good variety on here. He has definitely some high energy joints. He has some joints that kind of scaled it back. It was more melodic and vibey, like the joint where Amare down. I know I'm fucking that up, but like that decent one, that's like a real vibey joint. And he had a lot of that on here. And then he had some rapping joints too. So I think from again, and this is partly why I like this project, was I feel like I got this is the most versatile I've ever heard Boss. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he's ever, in my opinion, had a project this versatile. And again, he sounded really good on all of it. So production for me, I give him another B+.
What's that unit?
I'm between B+ and A. Like, when it first dropped, I would probably say it was an A because I didn't expect this kind of project from him at this point in his career. So it threw me off, and I kind of was like, wow, I'm very impressed. But then I'm sitting with the album more and more, and I think it's probably not to say it's not as good, but I think when I settle with it, I'm more comfortable with a B+ being the floor. I think depending on who you are and what kind of music you like, it could be easily an A. But it's definitely a mixed bag as far as sounds. And I like that about certain artists, especially when they're at this point in his career, because this is like he's like 4 projects in at this point. Like, I haven't heard a project this well done as far as what he's done since Too High to Riot. And that was about, that came out in, what year did that come out? 2016. You know what I'm saying? So he's been out for a minute. And I think he's just grown as an artist, and his beat selection has grown. But I know this is not like, as much as I agree with you, FIFO, as far as like it does have a range and variety as far as like some hard hitting beats. It ain't got like no knockers, like it ain't got like nothing like that. But it's a smooth ride. Like, if you're on a long road trip, you can play pretty much any record on here and not really fuck up the playlist. You know?
Nah, I think I'm at A, maybe A-. Because there's a couple of joints where it's just like I think that Yao Ming joint is a very pleasant sounding song, which sounds weird. But I'll admit, like, first time I put it on, I was like, oh man, like, sound wise, sonically, I was like, I didn't want to turn it off. I thought it fits right within my comfort zone of music that I liked. And I was really surprised that he was able to go in and select all these different beats and to put together a project like this and use it. I'm like, did he do this? Who did this? Because I didn't know if it was him, but yeah, man, I think this thing from Light of My Soul, Black Jedi, Choppers, all the way. I was like, I was surprised.
It's a mean run that he goes on to start this album off. Like, for me personally, like you mentioned, from 1 through you could argue 1 through 12. Like, there's the one that I'll probably kind of be iffy on is the Ho Chi Minh number 7. But if
But
you
that's
took,
vibey though.
yeah, well, my thing is if you just took that out and did that whole run still, like that's a mean run. Granted, there's 2 Cole songs in there, but U-Turn is definitely Boss, and like that's Boss putting Ferg in a different pocket. Testify is dope with the lady at the end. Decent with Amari is like you could tell those were 2 artists that were coming together for a track. And Chopper's is like you can play Chopper's down there anytime. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he goes on a mean run, and then Paper Cuts with J. Cole to end off that. It's just like him and J. Cole are really good to like 2 artists that work well together. And I think Cole gets inspiration out of him too. Like again, like it's like to me, it's like Party Next Door Drake. Like Party Next Door will never be bigger than Drake, but he can help facilitate all Drake's ideas when he wants to do singy-songy stuff or when he wants to get melodic. You could tell Boss is really good at the melodic sound, which is what is crafted on this whole project.
Do you feel Boss has hit his ceiling though? Like in
I think
terms of notoriety, right? Like because I think he's still growing as an artist. I think this project is proof of that. But does this raise his profile? Like I feel like this about a lot of the Dreamville artists, including Jid. Like I've questioned it. Like, have all of the artists that J. Cole has signed hit their ceiling?
Oh, that's a different conversation. J. Cole is probably a trash. He the Sam Presti of the hip hop.
Don't make this better.
Let's keep it a bean. He got listen, he got all this talent, right? He got all these draft picks, high draft picks, got all this young talent, but what has he won? What has he done?
OKC number 1?
Huh?
Ain't OKC number 1 in the West?
Regular season? Regular season.
I'm saying. So don't bring up Sam Presti.
Are any of those artists gonna be holding up that trophy, that Grammy at the end of the year?
Nah, in terms of Dreamville, nah.
Exactly. So that's my thing. Is like you can't say that by Young Money. Shit, even Party Next Door gets Grammys off of his writing with Rihanna and shit. Like you know what I'm saying? And then now he has another artist who I think I sent y'all a project where I heard Naomi Sharon. Her fine ass is about to be up next. Like, so to me, it's like, and then we can go to other artists. Kanye got people that he put on that exploded. Obviously Wayne did. Like, we start looking around, bro. Even Ludacris at least got 2 Chainz. Like, you know what I'm saying? We start looking around, bro. Like,
he didn't blow up under Luda though. But it is what it is.
But I'm just saying, like, he's seen the talent to see it further. Like, you can always connect 2 Chainz career back to Luda. With Party Next Door, is like he did, like with sorry, not Party Next Door, but like with Boss, is like you could tell he had to learn on his own a lot. And I think that's from the tutelage that J. Cole got from Jay-Z. Like it kind of is just like how your parents raised you, you raised your kids type shit. Is like,
yeah, he gives them too much freedom.
Too much freedom, yeah. Not enough time to put them on his songs that are hits that can like boost his shit. At least Wayne did that. He had Corey Guns on the #1 record, you know what I'm saying, for no reason.
Well, yeah, that's another conversation. But in terms of the rapping, like I said, man, at the beginning, Boss just, for whatever reason, he himself doesn't hold my attention, even though I'm giving him props for this being a really damn good album. I have to give him a solid B when it comes to raps. Again, I'm not the biggest Boss fan at all. Shout out to Dreamville, you know, because shit, a couple years ago now, you know, they had invited Dead End, but I was the one that went, and you know, I got the whole VIP treatment. I was on stage. I went, you know, on the tour bus, all of that type of shit.
Humble brag alert.
Hey, man, look, we do Dead End. You know, we get some things that come with it.
Hey, I ain't hating. I'm just hating from afar.
Absolutely. But you know, big shout out to them because they treated me, you know, lovely, and I appreciate that. But I'm just not the biggest Boss fan, but this is a damn good project. So I give him a solid B with the raps.
I think I'm cool with that. I think this is I was actually really surprised by this album. Boz is very flat to me as an artist. I see he dropped something I'm never in a hurry to listen to it.
Yeah.
But I was really, really surprised by this album, and I had to do a double take to make sure it was him. I don't recall him being this creative. I don't remember it.
I understand what I could get that. I've always, I guess, had hope for him. So that's why I kind of stuck it out, because again, it took him a while to find his sound. That's why for me, I'm giving you 2 grades. If you're just talking about the rapping, I think it's B+, because I think he does say stuff. It's just like, honestly, it depends on sonically how you gravitate towards how he delivers it. But songwriting wise, because I know he does a lot of songwriting, I think that's an A. Because, and FIFO, you asked, is this his peak? I think it is his peak album, because I didn't expect this, so I don't expect him to kind of get higher than this. The only way he could get higher is if like notoriety, like if it's a top 10 record, Billboard wise, or what I'm saying, he's doing a lot, he's selling out and he's building up his profile more and more. But this just shows that how talented he is as a songwriter. I think this project speaks on that, how he can collaborate with different artists. Some of these artists are international artists, so you could tell that he was born, I think he was born out of the country and he grew up in New York. Like, you could tell he's a bridge of both worlds when it comes to like international American and trying to blend the two, or just trying to be more creative. It worked for ASAP, ASAP Rocky. So like, I think he kind of understands. And both of them he grew up in Queens, New York. So it's like he knows how to balance good sounds domestically, internationally. But rapping wise, I'll give him a B+, because he started off the record like spitting some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, talking about what he's been through and all that, and you can hear it throughout the other songs as well.
Yeah, he has some good lines on here, but I'm with you creatively, songwriting wise. I definitely think it's an A, and I think that's where the strength of this whole thing lies for me, and that's why I think it's a really, really, really good album. And I think this is pocket, man. You just stay right here, just keep making albums like that, and I think people can get on. I think people tend to like this sort of stuff, and I think it can work out for them because everything else wasn't. So you might as well stick to this, especially if everybody else is speaking very highly of it. So run with it. So yeah, I think it's a really good album. I was shocked.
Yeah. Overall, I'll give him a B+ on this project. Like I said, I think I've listened to quite a few Boss projects, either for reviews, for Dead End, or like he has a little EP, something like Spilt Milk or some shit like that I thought was amazing. A lot of people talk about it. But I give this one a solid B+. Like, I think overall, he really shocked me with the writing, with the content of the album. He really shocked me. But again, the only thing holding it back from an A is he himself doesn't hold my attention as a rapper. That's the only thing that is my only knock on this entire project. And it's a personal thing. I don't know if that's how everybody feels, but that's just a personal thing for me. I don't know if it's tonality. I don't know if it's just the charisma, or his charisma doesn't vibe with me. I don't have an answer, but I just know that that's the only reason why it's not an A.
I mean, I don't think it's just you. I mean, I agree. But I still think this is an A as a complete body of work, from the rapping to the beat selection to the features to the songwriting to the way it's not syndicated, synchronized. What is the word? Sequence. Yeah, with the way it's sequenced, man. It's really good, bro. So I thought it was really, really dope. So yeah, I'm at an A.
So let me ask you this. Hold on, before you go, Nick. Let me ask you this, because obviously this album surprised you. And there was another one that we did earlier on that surprised you as well. It surprised me too. Offset. If you had to compare these two albums, which one would you say is better?
This one.
See, I think Offset was better. But that's neither here nor there. What you say, Nick?
I would say I would go with replay value. I'm going Boss over Offset, but I did really like Offset's project. I was surprised that he came back. His second album was better than his first. But this is an A to me. This is the A to me as far as overall, just because the only slight could be your like how you subject yourself to how his delivery and all that. Everything else is there's no flaw to me really in there when it comes to the creative ranges that he was going in. Like, he was in and out good different pockets well. He collaborated well. The production was new and fresh and interesting. Like, what else do you want? I don't really know what else I could want.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, bro.
Yeah.
At least for him, from his standards, like, I think this is an A. Like, this is, if I was to put somebody on Boss, this is the project I'm putting him on to. like moving forward. Yeah, like if you want to listen to him, if you like this stuff, you can go dive into other things. But this is his intro project to me.
Yep, I agree.
All righty. Well, you know what it is, man. We're at the end of the review, but fret no longer because tomorrow's another day. So that means there's another review. It's still 2024, right, Ken?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that means every day there's going to be a review. I told y'all Nick is going to be on for a run. He will be back tomorrow. So again, we appreciate you guys. Hit us up on social. Let us know some projects that we should dive into, because the first go round, y'all put us onto a lot of people that are now staples of our music, our personal music experience in between me and Ken, aka Primo Rice. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't have known about Primo. So hit us up, and Nick, and Nick.
But it should start for me because I know what I brought it up first. But I'll let the audience get the credit too.
Hey man, look, man, I'm trying to get see y'all niggas don't let a nigga cook, but we out. We catch you tomorrow.